Test 1 2 1 2.
From the future home of the next Margaritaville Resort, Fort Myers Beach, Florida. This is Beach Talk Radio. Great beach music, entertaining local talk. This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test of the ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
Live from Pete's Timeout in the heart of Times Square. You're listening to Beach Talk Radio with Kim and Ed Ryan.
And a good morning, everybody, and welcome to episode number 209 of Beach Talk Radio, the number one source for news, entertainment, and fun and exciting music on Fort Myers Beach. Paradise, 7 islands of miles of fun and frolicking and craziness. Yes, so thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Ed Ryan. I'll be your host. This is my co-host. Her name is Kim Ryan. She is my trusty sidekick in life, in love, and in everything else. And we want to thank you all for tuning in and for watching and for listening and for donating and for supporting us. And, oh, yes, we also have a nice long list of, are you Instagramming or are you texting your mommy or are you talking to our daughter or
no,
what is it that you're doing?
I'm trying to pull up trying to use technology.
Oh.
I'm trying to pull up Google Docs so I have all my information.
Google Docs?
Yeah, for our conversation.
So you can be prepared.
Yeah.
Well, you're getting prepared. I'm going to tell everybody about our long list of fabulous local business sponsors. And if you come to the beach, you need to visit our sponsors because without them, we'd have to have full-time jobs. And that would suck.
We do.
Oh, yes. We could use a few more, I guess. And that includes the Fort Myers Tiki Tours because they are back. Somebody's going, what does that mean? What? He's saying, what? 10-4.
I did a thumb.
What'd you do a thumbs
now,
up to somebody?
Now you made him walk away.
Do we know who that is?
No.
Is he one of our guests today? He doesn't look like Tony Sands.
I don't know.
The Fort Myers Tiki Tours, they have just re-upped for another 20 weeks. They want to, I think, other than Pete's, they are now our longest running sponsor. And, it's so interesting because you thought that they would never be a sponsor. And I thought, yes, they're going to be a sponsor.
Oh, them? No. In general, I didn't.
No, it was quite the opposite. You don't remember, do you, Grandma?
No.
You can't remember what happened back then.
I'm saying not specifically them. I didn't think anyone would sponsor this silliness.
Yes, well, the thing.
But they were. I met when I first met them, and I knew I was like, these guys are great.
Yes, and they're in Buffalo right now. They're building bigger boats.
They're coming down soon.
Yes.
They're coming down soon, so we're going to have them on. And when my mom comes, my mom's coming in another week from Tuesday.
I can't wait.
I'm gonna plan this whole
Can I finish my
vacation.
spiel about the sponsors? Instead
sure,
of doing
sure,
the
sure.
ad at the beginning of the show.
Sure. Go ahead.
Nervous Nellies, Mangaritas, State Insurance USA, Sun Palace Vacations, La Ola Restaurant, Tuckaway Cafe, Blue Ribbon Events, Beach Pottery, Shuckers, the Farmers Market. With all these sponsors, you think we could quit our full-time jobs and do this? Maybe we need to just raise the rates.
Well, we have talked about the inflation, how crazy things are.
Inflation. I ordered some new T-shirts, and they cost more money because we want to have merch when we sit at the Shrimp Festival, which is next weekend. The Shrimp Festival is next. By the way, we've got all of our brand new baby blue hats are here. So if you're in the area, you can have a baby blue hat for the small price of $2,100, and you can have a nice new baby blue hat. See, it says the new hats are here. The new hats are here. And I digress, but I didn't lose my place.
Are you going to get through this or what?
The Farmers Market at Beach Baptist, Island Carts FMB, which powers our 24-hour, 7-day-a-week music station, which we're going to talk about briefly. Snug Harbor, JPS Vacation, blah, 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 and Pete's Time Out. And we have an action-packed show for you today. At the end of the show, Steve, who is a possible candidate for town council, is going to come on, and he's going to tell us about his bruises and his facial injuries and how they occurred. And I'll give you a little hint. His wife didn't beat his ass, so that you can scratch that off what you thought it might have been. I mean, she could take him. Deserves to beat his ass, but she didn't beat his ass. And we're going to talk to Steve. Now, part of the challenge that we're having with our guests is that they probably think, well, the show's at 9, so I'm going to calculate regular timing to get to Fort Myers Beach. You can't calculate regular time any longer because the beach is a madhouse. If you don't leave, I'm going to tell you something that I've never experienced before, and it happened this morning. I know that sounds, you're wondering like.
Well, I have some stories. Get on with it.
First of all, I figured today I was going to wear the white shirt because you have been wearing the white shirt. And I figured let's look a little color coordinated for a change because I have been wearing
sad when I saw you
the yellow shirt for the longest time. And now I wear the white shirt thinking that we're going to wear the white shirt each. But you're wearing the yellow shirt. Why did you decide to wear the yellow shirt?
Because I have 2 yellow shirts that I never really wear.
Is that the one you slept in?
No. I wore one last night, and then I wore this one today because it goes with my jeans.
Let's talk about last night real quick.
Okay.
Like you have this Friday night show that we're trying to to give you your own platform.
You are trying to do that.
We're trying to make you a podcasting star where you're the next Josephine Rogan. Like people are just throwing money at you. And so I don't think it's going to work when you have somebody like the Birdman from last night. I mean, I'm sure the information was good, but
I just ran into somebody and they said that they can't wait to listen to it.
Yeah. Next Friday.
Can I just explain that show, it's really not about making money or anything like that. I know that that's your thing. But I mean, that is about, taking a deep dive on and, presenting information. I mean, I try to interject a little humor here and there, but I don't want to turn it into a silly fest because usually we're talking about something.
The thing is that silly fest sells. Birds, not so much.
That's not true. The guy has written a ton of books, and I think he's sold 1.75 million. I mean, believe me, he's doing well.
I know. Everybody has a
sell.
Everybody has a shtick.
Sell.
Well,
conservation sells. People are interested in that. Just because you're not interested in it doesn't mean you don't speak for the whole world of everybody.
For some reason, I think more people are interested in the stuff that interests me than interests you. I think
that's because you're self-centered.
Yeah. Most people are self-centered, though. Don't you agree?
You are bordering on narcissism sometimes.
No, I think that most people are an Instagram.
And Christy bought the book.
Twitter. Oh, Christy will do anything you say because she loves you.
I didn't say it. She bought it.
He was a slow talker. That's my only criticism. He could have picked up the pace a little bit. Like I must admit I dozed off after the first 9 or 10 minutes, or maybe it was 4 or 5 minutes. But
yeah, see,
and it was nice to have. It was
Kim's
nice
show
to
has
have your
purpose.
dad on with you,
Yes.
and him because he's a bird guy.
He
goes
likes-
out and he whistles with the birds. He puts his finger out and hopes that the birds jump on his
You've done
finger.
that at
I
my
have not
aunt's
done
for
that.
the hummingbirds.
Yeah, there's a lot of drinking involved for me to
no,
do that.
there wasn't.
There's no hummingbird that was going to do that. I like your uncle's approach to what goes on with the birds better.
That's
The
done and
slingshot.
over with.
What was he
That-
slingshotting at?
it's
The
the
turkey vulture.
turkeys.
Let's rewind a little bit to the story
Ooh.
that we missed last week, because
Oh no, it was
last week was
few weeks
craziness. Last week, we left here right at 10 o'clock, and we went down to Shuckers and we did the PTO fundraiser, which was a crap load of fun, talking about cornhole.
Mhm.
And I don't know if I just like saying the word cornhole, or it was fun to be there, or it was a combination of everything, or and then I went to the Dan Hughes celebration of life, which it was just a crazy packed weekend. So we didn't get to talk about the incident from the weekend before, which was it on Sunday? It was on Sunday, which is
Yep.
usually our day to hang out at the World of Beers. We like to go to World of Beers, and I have one beer, and then I feel like I need to take a nap, and you didn't
And
make
I
it there because of what happened.
No, I was heading out to do my Sunday stroll, like my walk in the woods thing. And there was a
Can I interrupt you for 1 second? Michelle,
I would expect
I'm sorry.
nothing less.
Michelle, I don't know why you can't find the show on Facebook, because everybody else seems to be on the Facebook. So somebody help out
I
Michelle.
wonder what
if you can.
show is she?
I don't know what show she's looking for. Maybe she's looking for the Josephine Rogan show, which I mentioned earlier. But go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
So I was heading down Gateway Boulevard, and it's 2 lanes, and there was, an animal that had gotten run over. I think it was a squirrel. Anyways, the turkey vultures were there. That's what they do. That's like whatever. And 4 of them went into the median, and there was a car next to me. I couldn't move, and that 5th one ran right into the front bumper of my car and made this hideous sound, to which I completely fell apart. I went and did wheelie donuts around the circle to come back. I called you hysterically crying. It was not looking well in that road. So you called Crow. Crow called me. The lady was trying to calm me down. I finally pulled over on the side of the road.
Now wait,
2
just
people.
you did. It's not like you hit a dog or a cat or a panther or something. You hit a turkey vulture, which I think a lot of other people would swerve to try and.
No. No.
Those are. Okay, go.
Okay, so
maybe I'm
I
wrong.
pulled over, and 2 ladies rolled down the window. They were trying to keep me calm. I started to get out of the car. They advised me, rightfully so, not to do that. So I did another circle around. It was just on the edge of the road, almost in the median. So I'm waving at cars. I'm directing traffic not to, I'm waving them off. And the Crow lady calls back, and they sent somebody out. Now, in the midst of that, I finally stopped hysterically crying, and the thing gets itself together, and it runs lickety split across the road into the FBI building. So now I'm like, well, I'm not trespassing.
Just so people
in
understand,
there.
you can't just say that without explaining to people. There's a fenced-in FBI building in Gateway.
Is that supposed to be a secret?
It's not a secret, but
Oh.
you say it like you just pass over it, like, oh wow, they've got an FBI building in Gateway. We didn't know about that. Well, people need to know. We're protected by the FBI in Gateway.
Oh, we're not. They have
Just so
they
you know
have
that.
space there. It's not us. So, anyways, a nice lady from Crow came with a
Mhm.
big crate, and we looked for at least an hour, but to no avail. And I mean, obviously, it was well enough to take off, but I don't know how you survive something like that. I had to push my fender back in.
How many animals have you hit with your vehicle now?
I don't
Yeah.
I think that's it. I mean, I'm sure I've hit a couple squirrels.
Gotcha.
One time a cow was out in front of me on Neal Road.
We hit a deer once on our way to the airport.
Oh, right.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
That deer survived too, though.
Again,
I think it's
again,
over.
It ran into the side of us.
But there was a time that all these creatures had space. Like, hey, I ran across this place once before and never got hit by a car, and now
that's
all of a sudden there's cars, and I mean it's.
But
it's
that's
crazy,
what the last two
construction.
speakers that I had on the show talked about is that,
okay,
there's not enough place, there's not enough wildlife spaces that are connected
Correct.
to make a corridor for them to have because of urban sprawl.
Yeah. Urban sprawl means what? Construction?
Yeah.
Okay. Development?
Yeah.
Try not to talk over my audience's head, dear, with your fancy schmancy
dear,
words.
You don't
please.
give your audience enough credit.
My audience
way above
is
you.
my audience, and they know who they are, and they want to keep it to the basics. They want to keep it lowbrow. They want to keep it, not too complicated where they have to Google words while they're watching the show.
I would like to make a safety announcement.
A safety announcement. Yeah. Should I hit the safety alarm?
No.
Safety.
I would just encourage everybody to. It's Florida. Chill out on the roads. I got past. Can you let me?
It's the safety buzzer.
That? I got past 20 feet from going.
Go ahead.
I was going into S curves, S curves, 20-mile-an-hour S curves. And someone decided that right before we went into those S curves on a country road that they needed to pass and get to where they were going. Literally went into those curves. Of course, now that person's going too fast. So literally he was so close. I could have reached out and touched his black SUV. Out of state plates. Oddly enough, Utah plates. I go to Utah every year. I don't go to your state and drive recklessly. Please don't come to my state. Drive recklessly. I put my own life in danger enough on my own. I don't need somebody else to jump on the bandwagon and put me in danger. I stayed calm. I didn't catch up. I didn't do anything. Oddly enough, we ended up at the next traffic light. So I got up close enough to get a picture just in case something happened later on.
I need to ask a question about this. You're talking about safety in an S-curve. And as you're involved in the safety in an S-curve, you're texting me and sending me pictures of the vehicle. How is that safe?
No. I didn't do that until I got to the next light. I was stopped at a light.
Now, this is how crazy shit happens
because it's big culverts. It's a very small, narrow road. There's no margin for error.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. How many times have you yelled at me for getting mad at somebody that cuts me off or that rages in front of me at 5 miles and I'm riding in the left lane? I'm in the left lane, Christy, but I'm riding the speed limit. Okay.
You know what? People pass me on that road all the time because I drive the speed limit. I don't care about that. But not in the S curves.
My point is, stop trying to hoodwink people, dear. Stop trying to hoodwink our listeners. You are just as crazy as I am when it comes to nutcases on the road.
I get upset, but I don't chase them down.
Who have I chased down? You chased that clown down yesterday enough to take his picture.
Didn't, dear. We got.
Please.
Dear, I stayed 35 miles an hour on Neal Road. I drive the speed limit on that road.
Oh, okay. Let's get out the halo for you because you've never gone craziness.
No. But I haven't passed somebody on an S curve and put their life
Neither
in
have
danger.
Neither have I. So speaking of safety, I'm getting a colonoscopy in about 10 days. So for some reason, you think you need to take the day off because I'm getting a colonoscopy. And I don't know.
You can't drive home.
Why?
People tell him.
Why can't I drive home?
Because they knock you out, not completely, but they give you twilight sedation.
All right.
You're going to be loopy.
So here's my biggest
unsafe.
Here's my biggest concern, and I shared this with you last night, and I'm going to share it with my audience. Okay. No, you need to listen to this because this is a reality.
The dumbest thing
I'm
ever.
afraid that when they put me under, somebody's going to touch me in the wrong place, and
it's a medical procedure. They see this all the time. They
see what all the time?
They see.
I don't care
everything.
About the backside. I just don't want. I mean, Can I cover up in the front? How do I cover up in the front?
Embarrassing.
How do I cover up in the front so there's no finagling going on? No, it's not embarrassing. I mean,
this is embarrassing.
I've never had a colonoscopy before.
Okay.
I never hardly go to the doctor. So what is the? What is the procedure? Is there going to be a tube up my?
With a camera.
A tube with a camera that goes in the back, right? Nowhere. They're not going to.
Well, they're
accidentally
looking at your colon.
Okay. Well, they're not going to accidentally say, "Oh, wait, that's in the wrong side."
Believe me, with what they're using, it's not going to fit anywhere else but where it's supposed to.
So I just don't want to be a statistic of we touched the wrong spot, and so so
I apologize to everybody, but I warned you prior to this conversation
to
close your ears, hide your children, take a break for a minute.
Wait. So they pull it out then, and then what happens? And then what? Why do you think I can't drive home? Maybe because I can bike home.
They give you sedation.
Can you imagine
you're
seeing me
be loopy.
biking home after a colonoscopy? Can I sit on the seat, or do I have to be riding like this and not actually touching the seat? Is there going to be pain back there?
I have never had one, so you'll have to ask somebody.
Wait a second. Yeah, because let's talk about your planned colonoscopy. Oh, don't touch the box that's out on the front porch.
Yeah, well, you can do it that way too.
Well, then why am I doing it the other way if you put it in a box?
You have more concerns than
Why do I have more concerns? I feel fine.
You have a family history.
Something's weird and crazy about all that stuff. So my colonoscopy is a week from Monday. And where there won't be any live video for that. Well, maybe there should be.
Oh. No,
I mean, would that be a show worth selling?
No,
I mean, what kind of products can you pitch for that?
You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to bring a camera into the hospital.
Well, they're putting a camera in my.
Well, that's the procedure.
Well, all right. So forget about the colonoscopy. Janice says no pain and you cannot drive afterwards. They're about to see grilled cheese you ate in the first grade. Oh, no, I have to drink some kind of crazy fluids on Sunday, right? That doesn't include beer, though.
No.
So there won't be any World of Beers on that Sunday,
which
is our ritual.
That's going to be a rough day for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've done it before, like not drinking.
Oh, no. I mean, drinking that stuff and you get that.
What does it taste like? Does anybody know what it tastes like?
And I think you're going to be in the toilet the whole time.
Oh, Christy's giving you crap because you didn't get one at 50. She's giving you crap.
I did do that mail-in one. I did do that. I've done that one.
Now, how do you know that somebody's not messing with your toads there? I mean, how do you know you put it in a box?
I called the people. I talked to them. I had a nice conversation with the lady. I was cracking her up. So I know all those people. So you put it some kind of
Cologuard.
Yep.
The box didn't smell. I mean, I didn't know.
No,
it was,
it's quite the thing.
What happens?
UPS
I'm not even
comes
going to
and
ask
picks
that.
it up right away.
I'm not even going to ask about that. I mean, that's a guy thing. We're gonna do some fart stuff when Steve comes on.
Can we talk a little bit about the turtle?
Yes, let's talk about the turtles while you're getting our substitute guest, because apparently our guests are. We could do a show without guests. I've gotten nothing. I'm not paying attention here. I'm 100% focused on you because that's the most important thing, is being focused on you. So right now, I'm going to tell you, while Kim tracks down, we're going to talk about this 45%, 15% thing. But I want to tell you about beach pottery, because when you're stuck in traffic trying to get to the beach, there's beach pottery on the right-hand side, and you should stop in and you should have a drink, because they have a little cafe bar. I don't mean to drink like an alcoholic drink, you perverts and craziness people out there. Stop thinking that every time I say drink, it means alcohol. They sell espresso and they sell, but what the hell? He's standing there the whole time. And they have baked goods, including muffins and cookies and cake pops. And I've still never had a cake pop in my life. And they have fun Christmas lights around Christmas time, and but not right now, because it's obviously it's not Christmas time. But they have pots, and pots. You know, they have pots imported from Vietnam. What is that? That's not Tony Sands, is it?
No, it's the gentleman from Nervous
Nellies. He's
Nellies.
9:30, so we're good. The Tony Sands guy has got to be stuck in traffic because he doesn't have any clue about the beach. But we're talking about beach pottery, dear, because they have pots. And they have pots from Vietnam and Mexico. And our favorite pots are from Vietnam and Mexico. If your pot says made in China, then you're a communist. If your pot says made in Russia, then really, I mean, you're a pariah, because who's buying anything from Russia these days with that crazy Putin guy who's trying to take over the world? You think that he's just going to invade Ukraine? That guy's taking over the world, and when he gets to Vietnam, he's stealing all the pots. And sit down, Jennifer. Sit down.
So
You're
I
making
just
me nervous.
have to say, this
It's Beach Pottery, everybody. We love Beach Pottery. And they're located on San Carlos Boulevard, where all you jackballs are stuck in traffic right now because you didn't leave the house early enough.
I just have to say, this popped up while
What's
we were
going on?
talking. Well, it was yesterday. I
Oh,
don't
well,
know
then
why
are
it
you
just
looking at
popped
that
up
there?
now.
We're today. Our show is about today.
Incident on I-75,
See
and
that?
I'm wondering if it was this crackpot.
What is Jennifer doing with? She's got a bag with her. Jennifer was
from the Marine Resources Task Force.
You got a pop-up tent going today, Jennifer? What's going on over there?
Yes, they're very busy.
Very busy, so I can only stay for a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
A minute, maybe.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Your clock is running.
Yeah. So I'm here to talk about March 25th is going to be Cruiser Appreciation that the Anchorage Committee
very cool.
is putting on. And the Murph pop-up will be there. And we will be giving out backpacks with a Clean Boaters Pledge. And inside the backpack, you'll have stickers and fun kid activities, Officer Snook activities, information on catch and release, and all other kinds of boating information. So please come on by, say hi to us, and come and get your backpack.
Jennifer, now, before you go, I wanted to ask you a question. You were in the fashion show for the Community Foundation.
I was, but just one more thing I wanted to talk about.
If you would have, I said, wow,
so
what is this bag you brought, Jennifer?
Can you see this?
Yeah, I got it.
Let's see. We need to get this in. So
well, the whole thing won't fit.
The whole thing won't fit, but you see at the top, there's a hook, an opening, and then at the bottom, there's a zipper. At
What
the
is
bottom,
that for?
there's
What do you
a
put in
zipper.
there?
And this is actually something that
Here, let me hold it.
the FDP.
You got to talk into the mic.
This?
Now we can.
Okay. So this is something that FDP and the Sports Fish Restoration and Atlantic and Intercoastal has been putting out. And if anyone has any ideas and can take any kind of wild guess on what this is, come to the pop-up and let me know.
Oh, look at you. You're such a tease.
Look at her.
Yes, very nice. Very nice.
And I'll give you one.
You'll give how many do you have over there? You're selling them?
No, we don't sell anything. We're with the town of Fort Myers Beach. We
Yeah.
don't sell anything. We promote healthy environment.
Gotcha. Town of Fort Myers Beach. Yes. We love the town of Fort Myers Beach.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Whoopsie.
Yeah.
I live here.
So you were real quick. You were in the fashion show,
fashion
which was
show.
a couple weeks ago in Santini Plaza for the Community Foundation. Speaking of the Community Foundation, everybody, the hockey game at the Everblades hockey game tonight against the Swamp Rabbits or the Swamp Phillies or some kind of swamp thing. I don't even know where they're from, Greenville or something like that. Is all for the Community Foundation, another fundraiser for our favorite organization.
They rock.
Yeah. And we have like a whole section that we've got people in. And so if you can come to the hockey game, I know it's like torture for some people to leave the beach for like 3 hours. I can't leave the beach. I have to be on the beach. I might miss something. It's all for a fundraiser, for crying out loud. Come to the hockey game and enjoy the hockey game tonight for the Community Foundation. Now, the reason I brought that up, the fashion show, is you did a little thing with your breasts at the fashion show. What was that all about?
So our ex-mayor, when she introduced me, she said that I was a little girl, and I was trying to point out that I'm not all that little.
She said you were a little girl? Anita Saracita. I don't remember her saying that. She certainly didn't say it.
It was just endearing.
Short-
it wasn't.
Shorter stature,
Maybe that's what she meant,
Maybe.
little girl. But I just thought I'd make a joke out of
Can
it.
you can you show our fans, our audience, what exactly that you did? That
You
in
should have
case
been there, or
So
if
I
you
could do
ever
that.
want to see
You know, like-
that, then come to one
Yeah.
of the Fort Myers Beach Community
So-
Foundation's
I see.
fundraisers.
So when you do that, does that make you feel like you're not a little girl or something? Because
I don't know.
Jennifer,
Okay.
All right, moving on.
Did Kim send this thing off the tracks with her questions, or was it me?
Yeah, I sent it off the
No.
I'm
I
sorry.
would like to point out that the bag the blue bag, the zipper.
It's not a
remember
laundry
there was
bag.
some discussion about what the zipper is made of, and
Yep.
someone did say that it is made of
Aluminum.
not metal.
It's aluminum.
It's aluminum, so
I
it
see.
won't rust.
Rust, correct. And I'll go ahead and give it away. This is what's called a sea debris bag. It's good for people that are walking the beach. They can throw their garbage in, and then it's wider at the bottom.
Well, the
You unzip
garbage
it
of
and throw
others.
it in, right, sea debris.
Yeah.
It's great for boaters. They can hang it on there, and if they come across any monofilaments, they can throw it in there. And
Now, what's the difference between that and a
divers
Publix
actually
bag?
have been loving these too. Divers
Because
you can
that's
wrap it around.
recyclable.
Okay, so you can't just take the debris from the Publix bag, throw it in the garbage, and go back out with the Publix bag. That is cooler looking, though.
Well,
It is,
it's just
and it's got
bigger
the zipper.
because when you're out boating, you probably come across a lot of sea debris, or when
Yeah.
you're fishing, or when you're walking on the beach, or
You
when
could
you're
put
diving.
it in the water and like just
right?
go along.
Yeah,
I was-
go
And
along,
it'll-
and it's also waterproof.
I was
so-
running on the beach today. Obviously,
Did
I
you
was,
pick up any sea
I
debris?
was running 30 miles an hour. I mean, I was friggin' moving. And if I had
in your head. You
no,
were
seriously,
running.
if I
Yeah.
had that thing on my back, like it could have been like a parachute, like it was
Not
just
with all the
sucking
holes
debris.
in it.
No, I'm saying it could have been sucking debris up left and right, and
I guess that handle would fit over your head. I don't
Yeah.
know.
and then it would be like it would be just tailing me, and shit would be
Not
just
touching
flowing
that.
into the bag. So I was at the gym this morning before I ran 30 miles an hour.
You got to let her
Make
go.
me feel bad.
No, she doesn't eat. She's got people at the tent. She's just making believe like she's got places to go. And I saw this boat and I thought, man, if we had this boat, like I would go out fishing all the time. It was like, it's called, it was a skiff.
Oh yeah.
What's a skiff? Is that like a boat?
I think so. What a skiff is something that's built to be able to, just as it says, kind of skip high above the
Wait,
water.
is that what it says?
I
It's skiffs.
believe- I'm
Because
not-
skiffing is
yeah,
high across the water.
I mean, I'm not sure, but for some reason, I recall a conversation years
It,
ago.
it wasn't that big. Like it was on the back of an SUV.
Weight and kind
It
of.
had a bunch of different fishing
Containers.
yeah, I
containers
see a
in it.
lot of people in the
How much you
Sanibel
think-
Causeway with
How much you
those.
think that thing runs right there? I mean, it was
I would say. I mean, it's too hard to tell. in that
5,000?
picture. No, I
No,
would say
more
more
than
than
that.
that.
seriously. I mean,
Yeah.
10,000.
More than that.
Oh,
I
come
think.
on! For a little thing like that, it did look like a
Boats are
tiny little
not
boat.
Going cheap these
Holy
days.
No.
Christmas! That would have been nice. I mean, can you imagine if we bought a skiff and said to Jilly, "Hey, let's just go out fishing. We got something hooked up to the H2."
A boat would be worth more.
Than the H2.
Yeah.
You think the H2 could pull
It's
a skiff?
Oh my God, that thing could pull
What is
in
a
a
skiff?
lot of stuff.
Does anybody have any idea what a skiff costs? Like a brand. I would want a brand new one because
This
I
is
would be
when you
wanting to
do
go in
this, when
style.
You're trying to stretch out a topic that
I'm not.
You're,
I
you're
seriously
running
would
out of
like to.
air
I would
here.
like to own one of
You know
those
what?
things.
Google is a fascinating
Yes.
way of finding things.
Thank you.
And
Why do
can
you?
go
Well,
on
when you
Google.
come on my show, why do you feel the need to insult me, Jennifer? I mean, why
I'm
do you
never
do
gonna
that?
get
I
So
thought it was
About the
informative
windows.
for
I-
you.
I've never heard of
thought you
Google
were
before. Is that some kind of
informative. The
internet
windows?
schmeal thing or kind of gizmo?
You know, eventually we're going to get to talking about the window tint on windows. Too,
Yeah, that's
which
going to be
you
a
might
big
wanna
deal
hang
on
in.
Monday.
I heard that you were made aware of that. Yep.
Yes,
So Monday.
there's some underground kind of thing going on about the window tinting thing, and that's
do you
going to be
mean,
a big topic on
underground?
Monday. I mean, there's an underground movement. There's people that
There's
are
a
pissed off
swell.
that
Okay.
the town has asked them to go to 15%, which I think means, Jennifer, you would know this because you're a window expert. You can only see out 15% of
No,
a
The
window.
light.
The light
no.
reflection.
The light.
No.
I mean, as
Light
opposed to 45%.
Transmission.
Now,
Yes.
why
Yeah.
did the town decide to do that when the state doesn't require that?
I can tell you why.
There you
Because
go.
the best option for minimizing light impacts to sea turtles is 15%, according to FWC. That is their recommendation.
I see.
Yeah, and so also they do the windows. If you want to keep your blinds open at night and you have light, you're going against your own town ordinance. So this way you can have your blinds open and your curtains open, and still if you have the tinting. So
And I think
Otherwise, if you don't have tinting, you've
Right.
got to keep those blinds
But
shut,
it's,
and you've got to.
I see. So
the
the town should pay for
curtains.
the difference in the windows, though, don't you think? Somebody should.
Maybe I don't know.
I mean, the town is good at applying for grants for different things. Maybe there are grants out there where
well,
you're
that's people people's homes, though. I mean, you can't. I don't
I
know
think
how that
well,
would work.
only on new
Maybe-
construction.
I mean, I wonder if any of these people have reached out to Sea Turtle Conservancy to see if there is something that they can get specifically for their condo building. But I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
I live off the beach.
you know, there are companies obviously that put it on, but I did watch a video of some guy DIYing it, and he said, you know, it was not the easiest thing in the world to do, but you can buy the roll of tint and just put it on.
Yeah, you don't have to replace your windows.
There's some. The windows won't be insured. There's insurance problems with the tint. Warranty problems with if you put tint on the windows. There's warranty. The whole.
Well, I wonder if you put.
I think I think we're boring the audience right now with the windows. We'll watch the meeting tomorrow.
You can't put
Monday.
your own plastic tint.
We invited the guys, the condo folks, onto the show to talk about this window issue that's going to come up. There's going to be a bunch of people talking about it on Monday, but they said they already have a target on their back, so they didn't want to come on the show. So we'll see what happens on Monday. But I'm very excited about Monday because there's going to be brand new equipment at Town Hall on Monday. It's going to be sound like you've never heard before. They even tried to test a video. They had the videos testing. So it's a new era here on Fort Myers Beach, Jennifer, and you're part of the future. The Renaissance.
Continues.
You are part of the future, and you look so depressed right now. Was it because I asked you about are you mad at me now because of?
I just think there's such a divide.
There is
with the lighting and with sea turtle and wildlife. Sensitive area.
There is,
and I guess if you really want to know my true feelings,
just between us.
All right, just between us.
Yes.
Is one, I'm disturbed with how the town and town council had brought to public safety and to the Marine Resource Task Force the Estero Boulevard lighting project and had us work tirelessly together and with our own committees to come up with a best way to be safe and to be wildlife sensitive. We worked really hard. The town council passed the all year round Estero amber lighting, and why we have Bayside Park, old San Carlos Road, and Times Square. 3 very big projects where many people come and walk and ride their bikes, and they didn't even bring any of those big projects, and they need to. In fact, they absolutely need to before anything is started. To bring those to the committees and have them work on it.
Because your feeling is that the lights in Times Square and Bayside Park are not what they're supposed to be. They're not turtle friendly.
They're not. No, wildlife sensitive. That's different.
Doesn't that mean turtle friendly though? I mean,
no,
what other wildlife are we?
Species of wildlife that is endangered that live
from the lights.
Lights. Well, so nesting seashore birds are very affected by lights.
Well, what shorebirds are hanging out in Bayside Park?
They're right there.
At Bayside Park?
All over the place.
Okay.
FDOT and FWC.
Birds don't know any boundaries.
I mean, so what are the lights doing to the birds?
And FWC came out with a map, a shared map. They're the ones that developed this map of a wildlife conservation area.
Mm-hmm.
So they're the ones that came up with this map, and that's why I believe that we were brought into the Estero Boulevard lighting. So why we weren't brought in to 3 of the major other projects,
you had to,
is confusing to me, and I really believe that those need to come to the public safety and to the Marine Resource Task Force.
All right, for another day, Jennifer. When we schedule the whole,
tattoo.
She's talking to people walking by now.
Let's show the folks that your pretty tattoo. Come here.
Real quick, because our next guest is ready to roll.
Oh,
you got to show the
that
camera
way.
right there.
Look right up there.
All right, everybody.
There she has her shark tattoo on. All right.
Well,
thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome.
Everybody, Kim's going to tell you about Tiki Tours. We have our first guest. I don't know what happened to Tony Sands. We were actually, take number 3 with you, please. It's got a longer cord. We had actually tickets to give away to Tony's performance, Mr. Frank Sinatra, but I'm guessing he got stuck in traffic. So that's all right. You got it. She's got it. Now I'm going to turn the camera around so my lovely wife can tell you.
All right.
All right. Hit it.
All right, you know what I'm here to talk about? I still don't see the green light for go. And Fort Myers Tiki Tours. Take a relaxing 90-minute tour around Fort Myers Beach Intercoastal on a Hawaiian-style boat, tiki hut boat. You and 5 of your friends, could be people you work with, could be people in your family, could just be acquaintances, maybe a reunion of some sort. Sit back, relax. They provide the captain, they provide the boat and the cooler, and a Bluetooth situation so you can bring your music and play what you want to play, and you will enjoy lots of sights and sounds. You might see some dolphin, you might see some manatee, maybe a sea turtle. So give them a call at 239-887-0042, and they leave out of Salty Sam's Marina. Fort Myers Tiki Tours.
You are fabulous at all of that. You did a lovely job there. Thank you very much, dear. And you're going to find our next guest when I tell everybody. She's mad at me for picking on Jennifer. She thinks I picked on Jennifer, but sometimes you got to ask the tough questions, ladies and gentlemen. And this whole thing with the turtles and the lights is a big deal, and people are on one side or on the other side. I'm not on any side. My job is to ask the questions and to get all the information out there. And some of the information I want to get out there is to tell you about Island Carts FMB, because you don't need to be sitting around in your vehicles and sucking in all that exhaust or listening to boring music on the radio or 15 minutes of commercials an hour. Leave that car parked and get into a cool new golf cart from Island Carts FMB. It's a golf cart company run by local residents. They have one goal: churn out happy customers. Well, maybe 2 goals. The other is to get people from point A to point B. And that's what they do. The carts are all new, 2022. They have backup cameras, Bluetooth stereos, and that's more modern technology than the car I drive, which has an AM/FM radio and a cassette player in it.
Good Lord.
Island Carts FMB just announced all of their carts have been upgraded to
Use your
include
indoor voice.
lithium batteries.
Indoor voice. This poor guy's trying to enjoy his meal. You're blowing his ears back.
He sat in the table next to our show, and he's like, what the hell? He's putting his hand over his head like, get us the hell out of this table.
Ugh.
Anyway, Island Carts FMB, okay. I need to finish. These people are paying your salary, woman.
Hey, if you would stay on track, we'd do a lot better.
There's no such thing as on track here. It's just whatever track we make up.
Hello, ADHD squirrel.
Check them out at islandcartsfmb.com or call them now to reserve your cart. 844-FMB-CART. That's 844-FMB-CART.
You're looking the wrong way.
362-272278 for those of you that don't have letters on your dial-up phone. Do the cell phones have letters on them? Like if you were to dial that number. Oh, yeah, there are letters. Wait, are there letters on that? I got to put my code in.
Oh my
Let me
Lord.
check it out. Are there letters on the phone?
Right
no. Oh, yeah, there are
now,
letters.
It was on the first screen, you dingaling. Andrew,
welcome to the show. You got to get nice and close to that.
Yep.
Howdy, y'all.
Andrew is a first timer. This is a Beach Talk Radio virgin right here, everybody.
Very happy to be with y'all this morning.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
And
Thank you for joining us.
Andrew is from
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Nervous Nellies.
Okay, but where do you originally hail from?
I'm originally from Denver, Colorado.
Oh, very nice. Now, Andrew, you walked in before and you waved and you looked at us and did you think that we understood what that code meant?
I was thinking so, but
how would we know who you are other than you? What kind of moose do you use, by the way?
Oh, here we go.
It's Hard Up.
What does that mean? Hard Up is
the
the
name
name
of
of a
it.
moose. Yeah. I tried that a few times, but I went with the hairspray rather than the Hard Up.
All right, touche.
Moose. Yeah.
I kind of feel left out. You guys both have
Like, is that a daily
blue
thing?
eyes,
Well,
and I'm
if I don't
there.
do this, my hair is everywhere.
Now,
so.
when you're at the Nervous Nellies, do the ladies recognize that's Hard Up, or they say what are you using, or
I don't know.
You
That's
don't
an interesting
know.
question. What do you
Really-
think, Kim?
It's probably not a topic of discussion.
Interesting question.
He
Thank
said
you very much.
interesting, and he's just being kind.
Thank you very much.
So, what is your role over at Nervous Nellies?
I'm the front of house manager at Nervous Nellies.
Okay. So you manage everything like the greeters, hostess.
Yeah, the hostesses, servers, write schedules. We just, day-to-day operations, making sure we run like a well-oiled machine we are.
Now,
Your
what does
pleasantries.
that salary pay?
You don't have to answer that.
Len is going to kill me when he hears that I ask you. I'm sure your answer is I'm very well paid. Right?
Very well compensated.
They're an amazing family to
Yes.
work
Oh,
for.
for sure. We love Len. And what's the son's name?
Tyler.
I'm kidding. I know Tyler. Yeah. He just got married, didn't he?
About 2 years ago. Yeah.
No, it wasn't 2 years ago.
It has been a while.
No shit.
Yeah, it was before the pandemic.
Wow. 2 years. Were you invited to the wedding? No.
I was at the wedding. It was beautiful
wedding.
wedding.
Were you at the wedding? It was in Hawaii, wasn't it?
They just were in Hawaii this last year.
Yeah.
But
where was it? Was the wedding at Nervous Nelly's?
No, we had it in Fort Myers.
Nice.
Yeah.
You don't know
we weren't
anything.
invited to the wedding. I wonder why we weren't invited
I
to
don't
the
think
wedding.
we knew
We're
them.
close. I thought me and Tyler were like
Oh,
buddy
my
buddies.
goodness.
Close.
Yeah.
It's all.
Listen.
It's Tyler, right? No.
Yeah, you're so close. What's his
But you
name
guys
again?
have something really cool going on for St. Patrick's
we
Day,
do.
right?
So St. Patrick's Day is a blast at Nervous Nelly's. Every year we throw the biggest party on the beach. We're going to have live music all day long. From 12 to 2, we have Sir Royalty. From 2 to 5, we have the Wayward Souls. And then from 5 to close, we're going to have the Dweebs. And this is their 10th year coming out to us. And they are an amazing band. It's a blast to be out there in their crowd.
I was saying that you can tell he's a professional.
He's looking right at the camera.
Right at the
He's
camera.
Not, most people are
And
distracted
I
by the
know.
laptop and the comments.
And they're like, where do I look? Let me just say that my mom comes down for spring break.
How many times are you going to mention your mom today?
Because
For crying out loud.
We went there last year and ate and hung out on St. Patrick's Day, and the food was fantabulous.
Yeah.
There was people there. There was a group there that got this drink that I think a small dog could have taken a bath in. It was huge. What was
Probably
that?
could have. That's our 60-ounce Nervous Nelly. It's our in-house rum punch.
60 ounces.
60 ounces.
That's 2 quarts
It's
or
the
something,
whole party
right?
in one glass.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of people that were, that has multiple straws.
Teach your own.
What does that mean?
If you
I'll
can
take my
drink
own.
a 60-ounce drink, that's impressive.
No,
and
seriously.
still walk.
Looks
Seriously?
Tony said he's going to arrive at 9:10. Our first guest will be here at 9:10. Do you think he's operating on a West Coast time or?
Well, no, either. I mean, maybe hopefully nothing happened.
He's clearly on the West Coast.
Is that him over there? Maybe?
And the thing is that if you don't gauge the traffic properly this time of year, you're going to be sitting in traffic.
Early bird gets the worm. You
That's
gotta
right.
get here early, y'all.
I get here at 6:30. So that I don't know if you heard the show earlier, but I run about 30 miles an hour. Have you ever run 30 miles an hour?
Oh, please.
What do you do for
No,
exercise?
I definitely could
here we
not
go.
run 30
This is
miles
so
an hour.
predictable.
I mean, look at me. It doesn't look
Yeah,
like I do
you
a
look
lot
like
of
you
exercise.
work
I mean,
out.
I keep in decent shape.
How many
but
push-ups can you bang out in a minute? How many do you think?
I don't know if I want to find that out right
No,
now.
seriously. If you were taking an educated, serious guess, what would you say? Like a
I
minute's
could
about
do
60
a
seconds.
good 10 probably.
Come on.
All right.
That's
25.
okay. 25 would be average.
25.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 32.
I
will be
think
33 on St. Patrick's Day, so you got
Nice.
to come out and wish me happy
wow.
birthday.
They'd buy you
on
a
St.
Somebody's
Pat's.
got to buy you a
60
60-ounce drink.
drink.
But
Good-
I'm
good
also
call, dear.
working,
Yeah,
so
yeah. When
We'll see.
I've been there a few times. Where are you usually hanging out? I don't remember seeing
I'm
you.
all over the place. I'm up, down, round, out in the patio,
Running
up front.
around.
I
Yeah.
kind of run around the whole place.
So tell people that maybe haven't been there. It's that beautifully decorated, multicolored building that you can see as
Who
you come
hasn't
over
been
the
to
bridge.
Nervous
I
Nelly's,
know,
dear? I mean,
but
stop.
they also they
Well,
have
if you
tons
haven't,
of
you gotta
seating,
come.
and you
Yes.
have the upstairs, which is called what?
It's called Uglies because once you go up, you come down prettier.
There you go. There you go.
I didn't know the
You're up
history
there
of why it
getting
was
your
called
face
that.
done.
Yeah.
No.
No, we're directly underneath the Matanzas Pass Bridge. So if you turn a right on Old San Carlos, we're right down at the very end of the street.
Yeah.
So,
So
You got
let's.
that big chair that you can sit in. There's a
get
photo
your
op
little
there.
photo op there. Yeah.
They
You're
used to
right
be-
on the intercoastal. It's beautiful.
Yeah, we have such a different view on the beach.
Mhm.
You know, the beach is
Yep.
such a beautiful place, but the Back Bay, I feel like, doesn't get enough exposure.
Listen,
it's just a
I
beautiful,
love it back
different
there.
change of scenery on the same beach.
A couple of
So,
things.
And boats can pull up.
They can,
and you can just moor your boat there for a minute, hop
can.
off, and get some
you can get
lunch.
to us by boat, train. I don't know if plane yet, but
you might be
you
able
know,
to come
seaplane.
in. There you go.
There
Or
you
one
go.
of those little jetpack things. You could
Yeah.
probably post up in there.
Kayak.
Bicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have something you wanted to say?
Your show is Friday night. This is an our show thing. The thing that I wanted to mention about Old San Carlos is I think that in a year, Old San Carlos on that end where you are and Snug Harbor and Wahoo Willie's and the new Bayside Park, that's going to be just as popular as Times Square is. I mean, the facelift going on down there, the new sidewalks over by Matanzas.
New lights.
And new lights.
Wow.
Well, Bayside Park, and they're redoing the pier. The town is redoing the pier. We're in between you and.
Yep.
And
really, it's a nice facelift for that side of the island. They've been doing a lot of work.
It's about time.
We're really excited to see what the end product is.
Oh yeah,
I think it's going to look really nice down there.
There, obviously there have been arguments over what that final product should be, but you know what? Whatever they come up with is going to be better than the old gazebo.
Well, I'm just so glad it's going to remain a park area.
And it's going to be a nice park.
Well, it's a huge gathering place. And a lot of times we do throw concerts out in that open park, and we're excited for that to get complete so we can plan some future events.
Yeah. It's just going to be another reason to, walk around the whole area. I mean, you got SOB and all those restaurants
a lot of great
down
spots
there.
On that side.
They should just close that road forever. I mean, they should on the weekends. They should just let people walk around. They do that in really different parts, like Dayton. I know I was in Dayton, and they do that on the weekends because it's great for business for the restaurants.
Great for business and just getting people out and about in the community. I think it's awesome, you know, to have an opportunity or something like that. Yeah.
So what is your?
So this is going to be. I just point of clarification because I believe he misspoke to me earlier. This is St. Patrick's Day celebration.
This is St. Pat's.
Someone told me Mardi Gras, which would be wrong.
What? I said Mardi Gras?
You did.
I get them all confused. It's just more drinking days to me.
Well, next year I'd like to plan a Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Okay.
New Orleans is one of my favorite cities, so I would love to do something Fat Tuesday style. Get some jazz bands going, but there's planning that,
I have lots of trivia for that because somebody told me that's what we were talking about. But St. Patrick's Day, so are you going to have green beer?
We're going to have all the St. Pat's specials. So we're going to have drink specials, lots of beers, shots, Jameson. Oh yeah. We'll have the beads to throw with them.
Do you have any Russian vodka?
Russian vodka?
No,
I don't think so.
Say no.
I don't
Say
think
no.
so.
Right. So
that was on the plan St. Patrick's Day.
Well, you're going to have corned beef and cabbage, right? For sure.
Fun fact about Nervous Nellies. On St. Patrick's Day, we cook over 1,000 pounds of corned beef.
No
kidding. Just on that single day. So we'll definitely have, the corned beef and cabbage. You can do
carrots.
Reubens, all the works. So they might even throw in the Irish egg rolls. Hopefully, that's what I requested. So.
Irish egg rolls. What's in an Irish egg roll?
It's basically corned beef and hash wrapped up in an egg roll, fried, served with ranch. It's phenomenal.
Sounds healthy.
Real healthy.
You shouldn't worry about how healthy.
No.
No. So speaking of Mardi Gras, when is Mardi Gras? It's Tuesday.
Mardi Gras. It just happened last week.
Oh, it was last week.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, it's before Ash Wednesday.
But I mean, every day is Mardi Gras in New Orleans, so we can do that here in Fort Myers Beach too.
Okay.
Before Lent starts.
I thought it was this coming. Whatever. Mardi Gras, St. Patrick's Day. There's a parade. There's a parade on St. Patrick's Day too.
Yes, you got that right.
That's the mayor runs that parade down on the south end, I believe. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Island's a fun place on St. Pat's.
Yeah.
St. Pat's. Yep.
And what day of the week is St. Patrick's Day?
It's a Thursday this year.
People that don't pay attention. It's a Thursday this year.
Thursday, yep.
So make it a 4-day weekend, everybody. We love Nervous Nellies. It's really a cool spot on any day.
Yeah.
They got a great view of the bay. They got a great view of the boat parade when that comes around. And I'm just saying that place down on that spot, it's so long overdue, this facelift they're getting down there. It's going to be so awesome.
Yeah, we're very happy about that.
And we love Len and what's the son's name again?
Len and Tyler.
Tyler Lemmer.
The Lemmer family.
You're just faking it. You're being a ding dong.
Yeah. So is he is he here somewhere?
Is
he okay?
Well, I haven't seen him.
Yep, he is here.
All right. Well, anything else you want to share about that?
Now he's going to kick you
No,
off.
I'm not kicking you out.
Plenty of time.
I feel bad that I didn't know it was you.
No,
I know
we're just really
you got
excited.
here early and everything. I feel bad.
We're just really excited. St. Pat's is always a blast. We're hoping and praying for that good old weather and come on out, have a fun time. The music's gonna be jamming. We're gonna be having a great party. So
The
come on
dweebs-
out.
The dweebs
are so
worth
good.
the price of admission.
Yeah, they come all the way from Wisconsin.
And
every
the
year.
price of admission is $0.
$0, y'all. So
The-
you have to come out and just have a really good time.
Folks, if you have a chance to go on YouTube or maybe even iTunes, I don't know, they probably have songs on iTunes, and just search the Dweebs.
Check 'em out.
They are a blast. It's a family.
They're a
It's a
family,
family.
and that's what's even cool about it. And they drive all the way from Wisconsin. This is actually their 10th year, so it's just really cool and exciting to have them back each and every year.
And we appreciate Nervous Nellies. They sponsored the show for the longest time. Len and Tyler have sponsored the show for many, many moons, and we love those guys. We love going down there and hanging out.
Yeah,
It's
they're
just a great view.
experienced restaurateur.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they also own the.
We own Cantina Laredo and Bell Tower Shops in Fort Myers. So
And I know
it's
there's
the
I've
best
been there
Mexican
too.
in town.
And I know there's some exciting
amazing.
things on
It's
the
amazing.
horizon that you can't talk about yet.
Right.
Lots of exciting things
Hush,
happening.
hush.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Well,
don't
thank
even
you
know
so
what it
much
is.
for coming on.
Thank
and
you all so much for having me.
I
This
would
was
like to
wild.
see if you can do 40 push-ups in 1 minute.
How many did
What do
you
I get?
I said I.
How many
We'll
did
talk
you do?
about it after. I don't want to take
I
up all
can't
this
remember.
time. but
I don't.
We'll talk
I
about
don't
it
know
in a
how
minute.
many I could do.
I have a video of it I could share with our audience if they're
that
totally
you did?
bored.
Yeah. I can't
So-
remember how many I did. I think I did 25. I don't know.
You did not
25.
do 25.
I think I
chest
can
to
do a
ground
solid
push-ups.
25 if I put my mind to
If
it.
you don't do
Yeah.
26 and you have to do at least one more than a girl.
I'm not saying that's
And
what
I'm
I
not
did.
talking
I just
about a
can't
girl that's
remember.
had, a changeover kind of thing. I mean, a regular woman that's been a
real
woman
deal.
since birth. Yeah. Thank you so much. Good luck,
Hey,
and
thank
we'll
you
see
all.
you on
Andrew.
on St.
March
Patrick's Day.
17th, Thursday,
17th.
March 17th.
Big hand, everybody, for Andrew for coming on.
Thank you for having
You
me.
rock, man. Thanks a lot. So, where are you going?
To get our next guest.
Well, we need to chat about something real quick because I wanted to talk about the push-up thing. But if you don't want to,
No.
then all right, you get the guest, and I will read our. We've been talking about some of our great sponsors, and Friends of the Arts is a kick-ass organization, and they've been having concerts every month. And the next one that's coming up is the Billy Joel concert, and that's on next week. It's March the 10th, and they're having them at the Salty Sam's. Everybody knows where Salty Sam's is. So please come out and support Friends of the Arts. It's the Fort Myers Beach Friends of the Arts Rockin' the Bay Winter Concert Series. Everybody loves Billy Joel, because Billy Joel is he's like an icon of music. He's the piano man. I mean, everybody can name 5 Billy Joel songs, because if you can't, then, you don't know shit about music if you can't name 5 Billy Joel songs. And that's going to be happening on March the 10th, which is next freaking week, people. Get your tickets by going to fmbarts.org/events. Yes, it's the Fort Myers Beach Friends of the Arts. Who doesn't like art? Even I'm an artiste. I go home and I paint things, trees. Speaking of trees, our palm tree in the back has some kind of poison where we have to have it removed,
Why do you
which
say
is
poison?
depressing.
It's,
I mean,
it's
why?
Just it must have some kind of
It's
disease or
poison.
an infection.
It's poison disease. Yeah.
It doesn't have poison.
Everybody likes art. I like to paint palm trees and things like that.
You
and,
don't paint anything.
And you need to go to the concert at Salty Sam's. Go to fmbarts.org and order your tickets, people. Please support the arts, the Friends of the Arts, because we're all Friends of the Arts. All right, everybody. This show could go on for hours. I know what you're thinking at home, wherever you're sitting. I wish this show would go on for hours because, everybody that's sitting next to me is
That
on
is
their phone for some reason. And
Literally,
who the
no
hell
one.
wants to hear what I'm saying?
Literally, no one is saying that.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand from our artificial audience for Tony Sands. Tony, if you didn't know that, he is a Frank Sinatra lookalike. Look at him. Frank Sinatra is 70 feet underground right now. And he
Yes. So
looks
what are you
fabulous.
saying?
Tony, welcome back to the show. It's been many.
It's been
moons.
a couple of years, Ed. It's good to be back here. The sun's shining, and you look great.
I know I look great.
You look
Thank you very much.
fantastic.
I appreciate
How about
that.
me? I look pretty good for a dead guy,
There you
115
go.
years old, right?
How old are you, seriously, though, Tony?
How old do you think I am?
57.
Oh yeah, I'm going to give you $20 for that.
Thank you. You want a hat for that? I got some new hats.
Now I'm 68.
68
When
years old.
I
God
was
damn, you're an
68,
old
it
fart.
was a very good year.
You are one old fart, 68 years old, but you look good for 68. Your
Thank you.
phone's ringing.
Thank
and
you.
Did you misjudge the traffic?
Well,
I hit a lot of traffic, and parking is a little tough, but Ed, I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Thank you very much. Now, you are getting ready to perform again.
We're going to be doing a show at the Cape Cabaret, which is in Cape Coral. I don't know if you know about it, but
Yes,
it's a,
we've been there.
yeah.
Yes, we were there for the Chamber of Commerce event. They held their annual event there.
there you
and
go.
it's-
That was a couple of weeks
It's
ago, right?
Yeah.
fabulous. We love it there.
And-
We
Yeah,
love
that's
it
a
there.
cool looking place.
It's a great looking place, and this is our 5th time we're there, and we're going to be
You
here.
are very
I'm gonna
popular.
turn-
Why
we're
are
gonna-
you on your phone?
I'm
Get
not
off
on my.
your-
I'm
no,
turning this,
I
I'm
bet
turning
you.
this thing
She
off. I
is.
got to turn it off.
Oh,
You've
All
never
right.
been on your phone so much, dear. What is going on?
I'm just trying to make sure I mention this, and I want to make
Yeah,
sure
so
I get
Cape
it right.
Cabaret is our 4th show. We did the Rat Pack. Now we're doing the Sinatra musical, which is going to be March 10th, and it's
So
going to
much
be
going
it's
on.
going to we're going to be at 7:30, and then we're going to have a great opener. Her name is Holly Farrell. She's an impersonation. She's going to be doing Joan Rivers that night.
Wow.
So it'll be the Holly Farrell's opening up, and then I'm going to do my Sinatra musical, which is a life story of Sinatra through the early years to the main event. And we cover 6 different scenes, and I do about 21 songs of Sinatra there.
All right, let's let the live studio audience at home hear one of your favorite Frank Sinatra songs. Let it rip, man.
So we'll start with the opening song, which is When I Was 17, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for blue-blooded girls of independent means. And it goes on and on and on and on. But,
Now,
Is it Bluebird girls?
blue-blooded girl.
Oh, blue-blooded.
Girls
Now,
with
what do you-
independent means.
Now,
Got it.
what do you know about Sinatra?
I'm not good with music.
What do you
so-
know about Sinatra and the Mafia?
And the mob.
The mob.
Oh, boy.
How involved was
Well,
Sinatra and the mob?
He back in the, I guess, just the early 50s or middle 50s, he had a early 60s, he had a place called Cal Neb, which was in the was in Lake Tahoe, and I think he had some backing, some boys backing that up, and he had the casino for a few years, and then he had to close it because he had a lot of visitors.
Yeah. I'm listening to Sammy the Bull Gravano's podcast.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
listen to that?
Yeah,
Oh, he's a great storyteller.
isn't he, though?
And he
Yeah.
talks, one of the podcasts, you talk about Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe and Sinatra. And can you imagine living in those times? I mean, that sounded like it was, other than the killings. I mean,
Right.
it sounded like it was the fun times, like Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. and Dean Martin. That'll never be duplicated.
Never be
that kind of
duplicated.
act.
Yeah, the things they did on stage to it, and you can't do now, and by kidding around, and everybody took it as a good joke, and now you can't do anything like that. But I mean, back then they kind of like back in the 60s, the mobs ran the casinos.
Yeah.
And Sinatra, that was the main name. Sinatra, Martin, Lewis, that was their town.
Right.
Especially at that movie Ocean's 11. Remember that one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, people are fascinated by mob stuff, and
Exactly.
whether or not Frank Sinatra was involved in that, it didn't matter. It was just the aura of all that stuff that was going on, and
Right.
it's even that
Right.
now it's a podcasting thing. John Elite has one,
Exactly.
and every single
Michael Frances.
when it was. Have you ever see I Paint Houses? Did you read that book or watch that movie? I Paint Houses.
I heard that
Oh
title.
my
I
God.
like to see that.
Crazy,
Is it-
crazy. I
Yeah.
mean, I Paint Houses. You know what that means there?
No.
He just kills people for a living.
Is
That's
that
what
on
his job
Netflix?
is. It was on Netflix, yeah.
I have to check it out.
I don't know if that was the name of it, but I read the book first, and then
You're fascinated with that whole era.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know
It
why.
is
It's just,
interesting
but it's
because-
true crime. Everything about
it's
true
true
crime, people are fascinated by.
Yeah, I mean, you go into it and you see what they did back then, and it was like, it was just a normal thing, right?
Right. Yeah. It's your turn to die, so we're just going to put a bullet
That's
in your
all,
head,
yeah.
and
Yeah, I
and-
might like you. You might be a friend,
Right.
but
or my brother.
but
right?
Or my brother.
Yeah.
Or-
So
that's right.
what's your favorite song to sing when you're on stage?
You know what? There's so many of them, but I mean, you can go from New York, to My Way to Ladies of Tramp. I mean, they're all great. I mean, I love them all. I love the ballad songs. I like the One for My Baby and Put Your Dreams Away. So I love the ballad songs, and I also love the upbeat songs. So I love what Sinatra did, and ever since I was 10 years old, that's what I listened to. Frank.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it professionally for the last 30 years.
And what is your
Is this your full time?
My full-time job.
what is your annual
Wow.
salary from this?
You don't have to answer that.
How much? Why do you say that? Why don't you let them decide before you give
You
them
know
an
what?
out?
Thank God, Florida. Thank God for Florida.
100,000 or less?
Well, it's right around there.
100,000
Yeah.
from singing Frank Sinatra
Right,
songs.
But,
Wow.
but you know what? Thank God for Florida. Florida is.
I mean,
like,
does that include health insurance and
well,
all the
thank God for-
benefits?
My wife's a school teacher, so
Oh, she gets the benefits, and you take the wow. That's like how many gigs a year do you do?
I do close to maybe 40, 50 gigs, maybe
Wow,
more. Yeah.
all over.
Well, yeah.
Just
all
in
over.
Florida, or
But I'm here, Florida. I'm here for 3 months. I just bought a place in Fort Myers. I'm
on
here
the
for-
beach?
No, I wish I don't have the.
Yeah,
money.
right. Nah, you don't make that much. You need to expand
He
your.
said 100,000, not 100 million.
Yeah. So come to my show, will you?
So
but I love what I do. So thank God for Florida, because Florida's been good last year, this year, and it's.
Do you sing in Vegas?
I sang in Reno, and I was in
Oh.
Atlantic City for 3.5 years. At the
Oh,
Tropicana.
yeah. Atlantic
So-
City.
have you tried to get to Vegas, or
You know what? Vegas is no big thing for me because
Right.
I do a lot of my performances in theaters, and I'd rather be in theaters because you get their attention.
right
You know,
now when COVID hit, did you sing with the mask on?
No, I took it off, and I was in Florida. All my gigs were in
Right.
Florida. It was
Gotcha.
nothing up north.
Where's the
Yeah.
your favorite place to sing, perform?
Oh my God,
They're all his favorite.
I mean, I there's so many theaters along Florida, to perform at, and
Is there like a small, intimate one that's
yeah,
historical
there's-
that you kind of?
there's like there's a theater in Pennsylvania called the Sellersville Theater that I perform a lot at. But I love a theater that holds maybe anywhere from 300 to 500 people. You got their
Well,
attention. You're
that's
in front of
big.
How long is your act?
hour and a half.
Hour and a
Shows
half,
an hour and a half
without stopping.
without stopping.
Did you ever feel like, man, I got to go to the bathroom? This has gone on too
I
long.
did.
I need to pee. Like an hour and a half is a long time for somebody your age
Yeah,
that doesn't have
listen,
to
I
pee.
tried to go- No, that's good stuff. And
Thank
you
you.
should open up for me too. But
Because I got to pee like a
Please don't
racehorse.
encourage
I gotta
him.
feel like a racehorse right now.
But you know when you get on stage and adrenaline's flowing and you feel good, and
Nothing else
you don't think
flows
about going
after
to the
that.
bathroom.
I'm not
Thank God
buying
for
that.
the-
When you got to
for
pee, you got to
defense.
pee, man. When you got to pee, you got to pee.
So what if you get a sore throat?
Sore
Do your
throat?
vocal cords
You
ever
know,
need to rest?
I try to take care of myself. I try to keep the vocals in shape. I take the coat the throat, and thank God,
Take what?
coat the throat,
Huh?
close your throat.
Let me
before
ask you
go
a
on.
personal question.
sure.
Have you ever had a colonoscopy?
Yeah.
Do you
He's
were
getting-
you
he
able
has
to
one coming
drive after you got the colonoscopy?
It depends on what doctor's checking you out.
Were you ever worried that the doctor was going to look the wrong side or touch you in the wrong place, or
You know what? I had one doctor. I felt like I wanted to strangle him if there was.
because he was groping you?
Oh my God, it was pretty forceful, and I looked at him like,
What do you mean forceful? I mean, you're
you
scaring
know-
the shit out of me right now.
yeah.
What do
So
you mean
did they
forceful?
not
Like
give
you
you,
rammed the
like-
thing up your ass like there was no
rammed it up
tomorrow?
there. And you know what?
Don't be
My
so-
eyeballs almost fell out, and I.
Well, why did he do that?
Well, you know what? I should have turned around and kind of like choked him to death, but I figured, I wouldn't get away with it because we're in his office. So I won't go. I won't be going back to that guy.
I want a
guess.
Didn't they
female
give
doctor.
you-
I think
Exactly.
gentler.
I think I'm going to get a female doctor next time.
Didn't they give you any anesthetic or?
No, I mean just for the checkup. But
Oh.
the colonoscopy.
Checkup.
Yeah, that's the worst part. Forget about the colonoscopy because you're under. I don't feel anything. They're great.
That's what I
you know.
told
What
you.
are they checking you? I didn't get a checkup.
Oh,
They
you
just,
get a checkup just to make sure there's no bumps in there
I
or whatever.
think-
Oh, but you know
that
what?
sounds perverted to
Yeah,
me. You
it
got to
does.
check
well,
up
this
and then
guy seemed like he knew what he was
See,
doing.
I'm canceling what I'm doing. There's no
No,
way.
he just said the colonoscopy was nothing. You were
Did they
out.
put-
That's the checkup that's when they put the old finger up the old.
Oh, I didn't get it. I didn't get that guy.
Don't get it done, Ed.
I didn't get that guy.
Because you'll
I don't want the
it'll
finger
scare the
thing.
hell out.
No
Scare
fingers.
the shit out of you. Let's put it that way. But getting back to music,
Yeah.
we have a pair of tickets. We're going to give away your.
Oh yeah, let's give away a pair of tickets.
pair of tickets.
You got a trivia question?
I didn't think of any, but
Do you have a trivia
I,
question?
throw
I
me off
don't
with the
have a
doctor.
Sinatra one. I
You
prepared
could
for
come
Mardi
up with a
Gras.
Sinatra
Yeah.
one, like
how about was Sinatra?
Now,
we-
Let me just say, because
Okay.
we had this happen before, that you need to know the answer
Oh, I
to
got to
the
know
question
the answer. Okay.
Yeah.
all
before
right.
you ask it.
All
well,
right, so
people are
who's
going to
gonna
Google
ask
it
me?
anyway.
Oh, God.
Who's got a question? You got a.
All right, go ahead.
So
Do I have a question?
the show is
Yeah.
March the 10th
March the 10th,
at the
7:30 at Cape Cabaret, which is in
a
Cape
very
Coral.
cool place.
You've been
What-
there. You liked
yeah,
it.
Yeah. It
They have
seems
dinner
like
there, and they have drinks. It's a great place to have dinner and
I-
a show.
Did
Tony.
Sinatra have a middle name?
Yes, he did.
Okay, if somebody gets his middle name,
You
they're
get the
going to get
tickets.
the
Very good.
tickets.
Okay.
Very my cousin from Vermont
right.
said
That was
what
another good
month
one.
was Sinatra born? I like that one.
What year?
What year?
Mikey
Okay.
says Albert.
Albert. He's right. Mikey's
All right.
right. Mikey.
There you
right.
go, Mikey.
There you go. You got the
my
tickets.
man, Mikey.
That was
That's
quick.
right. Albert Francis
Very
Albert
nice.
Sinatra, chairman of the board. Old Blue Eyes.
The now I've totally lost track of the question. It was going to be a riveting question I was
Okay.
going to ask
Oh,
you.
of
You want to know
course.
the year? and
No,
day?
I know what I was going to say. I think that if somebody opened like not a speakeasy, but like a one of those old time
Gangster themed. type
maybe
of
it's a
bar.
gangster thing
Back in the
or a
day,
jazz kind of thing or
Yeah,
where
like a nice jazz club type
But-
slash.
Yeah.
You know,
somebody's playing the
cabaret
saxophone and then
Yeah.
you come in and sing
Yeah,
Frank.
yeah.
I mean, I think that would be a home run
I
because
heard.
nobody's doing it.
I
How
think,
do you
I
know?
think
You
with
don't go
your
out.
money and my talent, I think we should. I think we
Wait,
should
wait.
open up a place.
You
because
are
I-
making 100,000. I'm hosting a podcast. Let's get things squarely in line here. So
the tax people aren't listening. But
wait,
anyway,
wait. So is it cash that you're making? Is what you just said? You said you hope the tax people were. So you get paid cash.
well, no, it's mostly check. I gotta, I pay
Just
taxes
pays
at the
his
end of the year.
taxes.
You don't
know
need
me,
it.
Dad,
Why are you
I'm not gonna
answering
get in
those
trouble. I'm
questions?
not,
So you don't want to sing a full song. It's clear you don't
Well,
want to
you know
do
what?
that.
I
Why?
mean,
Because you don't have headphones on. You don't have your
headphones
guitar.
on, but you can go to TonySands.com and
snippets.
hear me on TonySands.com. I mean, if you, I could do a beginning of a song that we end with the show. It's called "Put Your Dreams Away." And
Great
it goes,
way to end the show. Go right ahead.
Put your dreams away for another day, and I will take their place in your heart. Wishing on a star, never got so far, and so on and so on and so on.
Did you take singing lessons?
No singing
No
lessons. I
singing
used to listen to
lessons.
Frank when I was 10 years old. My parents brainwashed me. And if I was, it could have been Rod Stewart, but they played Sinatra because I'm from an
Yeah.
Italian family.
I could have guessed that.
I love Frank Sinatra. I love listening to Frank Sinatra and those songs from that
It's
era.
great music.
Yeah.
It's guys like me. I'd keep trying to keep it alive. Hopefully you guys will come.
I
and
think the
I got
speakeasy
tickets for
thing.
you too if you want.
I
to
I
think
like
so.
that.
I think the speakeasy thing is a hit, man. We just need to find a place.
Yeah.
Let's have a meeting. Let's get our brains
let's
together
talk.
and
So that's coming
brainstorm.
up soon, though. When is
It's
it?
going to be next week on the 10th with Tony Sands and Holly Farris. Now you got to see Holly Farris, great friend. She
We
used to
shoulda-
work
you
with
shoulda
Frank.
brought her
Remember
with us,
Frank
man.
Gorshin?
No
Frank
idea who
Gorshin?
that is.
Well, he did
Wait, who?
impressions. Frank Gorshin did impressions.
Frank Gorshin.
He did the Riddler back in the day on
Oh,
Batman.
yes.
Well, she knew him well. She worked with him, and she does Joan Rivers.
Who
Like
was Batman in that Batman that he was in?
Adam West.
Very nice. Look
I
at
just
you.
got that one.
We're showing our age, man. Now they say the movie that just came out yesterday, it's called The Batman. Like the Facebook or the YouTube, it's called The Batman.
Okay.
Who's starring in The Batman?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
That's a good
Is it
one,
Michael Keaton? Is he back yet
Well,
in The
he
Batman?
did,
I think
did one of them,
that's-
didn't he?
Yeah.
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 But
That was the only
it's
one I
probably
watched.
Yeah.
But Adam West and who was Robin in the
Mm.
original Batman?
That I don't know. Do
Yeah.
you know?
I don't remember, but
Yeah.
it'll come to me after
Yeah.
the show's over.
Yeah.
And
There
who
you
was
go.
Catwoman?
Catwoman. Oh, remember her?
And
With the claws?
Alfred.
I remember
Who was
Halle
Alfred?
Berry played Catwoman.
Not in
one
the
time.
original
No,
Batman.
not in the
original.
original.
Right.
The
Right.
Joker.
So Joker was Frank Gorshin, and then they had so many other
And
guys.
the
that were-
Riddler.
The
Who was
Riddler.
Mr. Freeze in the
Mr.
original
Freeze.
Batman? Who played Mr. Freeze in the movie?
I don't know. That's a good
Arnold
question for you.
Schwarzenegger. Didn't he play Mr. Freeze in one of the Batmans? I think he
not,
did.
Not the original.
No.
I don't remember.
No, not
He
the
didn't he
original.
play?
Not the old ones that were on TV. Let's put
Right.
it that way.
We're going back
Yeah.
ways too.
Yeah.
Nobody's
All right,
paying
well,
attention to anything we're saying, but I'm
we're-
having a good time, and
Hey,
that's all that
listen.
matters.
When I was 17,
17.
it was a very good year.
What year
Blue
was Frank
flooded.
Sinatra 17?
17. Well, he's born in 1915.
1915. So
1915.
he was born in
19
1915.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Damn.
1915. So you figure
You know what?
17.
That makes me think that we're just really specks on this earth. That our lives are meaningless.
Yeah, we're young, right? We're young.
You're old, man. I mean, I don't know how you're holding your pee, but I really got to go
either.
right now.
It's called Geritol. You ever take Geritol?
I'm
know
on
we
the
should.
Mucilex, or what is it that I take? Mucilex? What is it called? I drink it every night, twice a day actually. Now it's
That's
that
good.
orange stuff. What is it called?
You're like mixing it with Mucinex.
Mucilex. What is Mucilex?
I got to start taking it. Really?
Mucinex is
It
the
doesn't
cough
help.
medicine. You're
what-
still not
What is the
right.
longest? What is the longest time you spent on the crapper, like waiting
On the
to go?
crapper?
This is an old man
when
thing,
I
right?
couldn't go and I ate. This is what happened. I was in Louisiana, somewhere around Louisiana. I was driving. I ate about between 7 and 10 bananas. I couldn't crap for about maybe 6 days straight.
Wow.
Yeah,
that,
so
I mean,
I-
so you must have
I
gained
was
like
all
10,
clogged
12
up. I was
pounds.
all clogged up.
So
But,
this morning I sat for 15 or so minutes at
Okay.
home
all right.
and I couldn't go and I
You're
couldn't go.
ruining
Yeah.
this show.
Then I went to the gym
Right.
to work out and I
Okay.
went like
Oh,
that.
good. Well,
I
so-
think that maybe the gym scares the shit right out of you or something like that.
That or the Mucinex. I think you mean
yeah.
Metamucil.
Thank you, Metamucil.
Metamucil.
It tastes. It's got that orange tingly taste.
Yeah, yeah.
that
It feels
Metamucil.
good, right? And then you run right to the
Oh
bathroom.
boy.
No,
Well,
I
this
wish.
show
I
went
wish.
right in the shitter.
Right in the crapper, right?
Wow. I don't think I've ever heard you say a curse word on the show, dear. I gotta thank you for that.
Okay.
Thank you.
I
Well,
love it. I love it.
Tony, thank
Boy,
you so much
Tony.
for coming all the way
Man,
down here.
thanks for having me.
We'll
And
kind of come to the show on March 10th.
Half of it
Thank
was
you.
a
tickets for you.
pleasure.
I'm gonna have
Half
tickets.
of it was,
Uh,
I don't know.
Thank you so much, guys.
I
All
love
right,
the
thank
I
you
love
so
the
much.
crap story though. That was very cool. Thank you so much for
So
Tony's going to be in Cape Coral March 10th, and Mikey, whatever the hell your name is, we're going to get you the tickets. And wow, dear, I mean,
all right. So
this
I
is-
just want to
wait, we got to have Steve on. I've been
all right,
teasing
but I
everybody.
just want to give a shout out. We've been talking a lot
All right.
about St. Patrick's Day and the women's
Hold
club.
on, don't rush. I'm going to go
The
use
women's-
the restroom.
All right. Can you get out of here,
Yeah,
please?
I think I can.
First of all, I'm going to do this shout out for the women's club, but I also want to apologize to everybody who had to endure the conversation over and over again about bathroom things because it was disturbing and disgusting. So I apologize. And now let's see. So St. Patrick's Day, the women's club, you can go there and get tickets. And with your ticket, you're going to be able to park, which is a premium, folks. You're also going to they have a traditional corned beef and cabbage meal with green beer. There'll be a photo booth so you can see how you look as a leprechaun. Mike Yost will DJ. So there'll be music, 50-50 prizes. They're located at 175 Sterling Avenue, and the tickets are $25 each. That's it, which include the parade parking, entrance to the event, the meal, and either a green beer or a soft drink. You know, you don't have to, of your choice. So please go visit them at fmb-wc.org and get your tickets. Hurry up. They're going fast. Okay. So we have Steve Duello, who had a little oopsie this week. So what the heck happened to you?
It was a scooter mishap.
And how, by God, did this scooter mishap happen?
Well, it was Tuesday morning, and everybody knows karma. So on Monday evening on Beach Talk Radio, I posted a comment after a bike accident
Yep.
and said, if you're driving on Estero Boulevard, you need to pay attention and keep your eyes on the road. And there's too much going on with people, pulling out in front of you and all that. There's no reason to not take your eyes off the road. That
Right.
was Monday night. Well, then Tuesday morning at 10 a.m., I went out for a scooter ride, and I was cruising down Estero Boulevard and passing up Bill Green's house. Bill Green has a house that sits right on Estero Boulevard. And Bill is a longtime listener, follower of Beach Talk Radio. he's been there since the very first broadcast. So he's a loyal fan. But anyway, I saw him on his balcony. So as I was driving by, I noticed that he was on the balcony. So I kind of watched and then looked ahead to see if there were any traffic ahead of me. And then I turned around and turkey neck to the right and waved at him and, hey, Bill, and then turned around. And when I turned around, the car ahead of me had suddenly stopped for somebody in a crosswalk. And so I had about,
as they should,
so
right?
So
Whoopsie.
I was doing about 30 miles an hour. And I
don't mean to laugh, but
I had about 10 feet to stop. And obviously that's not enough. So I slammed into the bumper. And at that point, I don't remember what happened to my body or where the bike went or where.
Did you spill on the ground and you were sprawled on the ground and had it?
I launched off the
Why are
thing
there no
and-
pictures?
Wait, let him. I love this.
Yeah.
You launched.
I launched off the bike, but I can't tell you how. And then
I can tell you.
Kareem-
Gravity and inertia.
Somebody says, Baloney, you probably got clocked by a husband whose wife you insulted.
and then anyway, I suddenly found myself in the middle of Estero Boulevard. The bike went one way, I went the other way.
It's not a bike, it's a
there were-
scooter.
it was
Let's
a
not
scooter.
confuse you with a
It was
bicyclist.
a
You don't
scooter.
ride bicycles.
Yeah, well, yeah. So it was a scooter, and I don't know. My knee was all screwed up, and
He's got
Yeah, you've
cuts
got
and you
some
got-
lacerations.
yeah.
I mean, you
so
really.
this happened when?
Tuesday morning.
And you didn't tell us anything until yesterday because
No.
you needed to tell your wife first.
No, I told Ed and his stooge buddies that
Yeah, you guys, your little bro club.
yeah, we got a little
that
club that we
something-
chat about on the
something
side.
happened, but I couldn't tell you what happened until my wife got back from Montana because I didn't want her seeing anything on Facebook.
No,
and
I
I
would
didn't want
never
you guys-
post anything on
Oh
Facebook.
no, you're a
about-
very smart
And
man.
then I didn't want you guys ratting me out, so I waited until she flew in yesterday, and that was what I told Bill Green. I mean, when this all happened, there were literally 6 or 8 cars that stopped with people running around. And, are you okay? You okay? And all that stuff, and wanting to take me to the hospital. And I mean, it was besides.
Were you
bleeding-
crying when you were on the ground? Were you crying?
No,
like,
The Rock doesn't cry.
well, okay.
you probably
so-
were in shock.
Were you in shock?
No,
Did you
I
feel like
wasn't
you're
in
going to
shock.
bleed out?
No, I was more worried about the scooter.
Did you clean the blood up?
I was
on the-
worried about 2 things:
Yeah.
the scooter and the fender.
What
then-
were we going to say
and then-
about you on the show?
And then Cindy getting back from Montana on
Yeah.
Friday. That's what I was.
Why
most,
were you worried about
most
that?
worried about?
Why were
he
you
was
worried
gonna
about
get in
Cindy?
trouble.
Because I would never hear the end of it because
Why?
she's constantly telling me to keep my eyes on the road.
And you didn't.
and you're not paying attention.
And you didn't wear a helmet.
And yeah. and
Wait,
so,
do you want to talk about the helmet issue at all? Because
I don't-
how I preach about
no,
wearing
Cindy
helmets.
got back from Montana and gave me no lectures. I don't need any from you either.
Oh, I see. So let's talk
that thing
about.
on your leg though looks. You
Let-
got to keep an eye
yeah.
on that. No,
yeah,
not
you
that one.
got some
that
kind of COVID going on your COVID
one.
leg.
No, he doesn't.
It's
Let's
kinda
talk
nasty.
about how just a few days before you were preaching to my Facebook.
He already talked about it. You
Oh,
were in
I
the
see,
bathroom
I
with
see.
your
Oh, you were
20
taking
minutes.
By the way, the
Bathroom break.
ladies'
Whiz.
room here is very clean.
Nice.
I mean, that's the first time I've ever used the ladies' room. I had to go bad.
Yeah, I find it. Your guys' little group. You mentioned your little coffee
Bro
clutch.
club. We got a little
Yeah, your
bro club.
I don't remember what the incident was, but Ed said something to you guys that something big
Oh
had
yeah,
happened,
yeah.
and he had to tell you about it, and you guys assumed
That we were getting
that we
divorced.
were getting a divorce.
Well, we can't let that cat out of the bag yet because only the bro club knows about the big story. The big story we haven't even told our audience
was it?
yet that the
Okay.
big story
Well,
is going
don't
on
leave that out.
underground.
I don't
it
think
will
that
come
was
up.
that. That
Yes.
was something else.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I said it, the elephant in the room. You can all talk about it because you all got your little tribe where you talk to people and you tell people things
But
that.
the fact that you guys jumped.
Yeah. Why did you jump to that conclusion? What was wrong? Why would you think that we're getting
giving divorce
we're
vibe.
totally in
Well,
love.
I mean, it was like you portrayed it to be like a big elephant in the room type thing. So we figured
It was
well,
on TV.
Were you calling me an
Kim's-
elephant?
It was
then?
on TV.
No, so we
what that
figured-
proved to me was nobody watches TV.
There
So
you
we
go.
figured Kim was giving you your papers, or
No,
or you had
she can't live without me.
life-threatening
Who you
disease or
kidding?
something.
Oh.
Please. So let's ask one more time. Have you ruled out running for town council?
I'm not here long enough. I need to move here.
Answer the question, sir.
I
You
have
just
not
did.
ruled it out, but I'm not. But
So
I
you're
don't-
looking
but
into
I'm-
staying here long enough? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm always looking into that.
Yeah. So there's a
Always.
possibility you might run for town council. Say it.
Well,
Say
there's always a possibility. There's a possibility I could win a lottery
I'm gonna get
tomorrow.
up and
Oh,
dance.
What kind of crock answer is that,
I-
man? Yes or no? Just
All
answer
I-
the question.
No, I'm not running. No, but we need a
Wait,
candidate.
you said you're not running. You ruled it out just that moment. You ruled it
well,
out.
at this moment, I'm not running.
What does the first lady of the Duello house say about you running for council? What are you doing?
You're playing the song. You put the song
What
on.
song?
The get up song, and they're gonna dance too.
Oh, that's right. We said we had a
Yeah.
little too much to drink last weekend, and you
No.
said that we were going to do some kind of dance.
No, I'm gonna learn that dance, and then we're
What's
gonna
the
do
get up
it.
song? Do you know what the get up song is?
It's this
Steve?
one right now,
I see.
No.
right?
Who sings?
do you guys know the
Who
dance?
sings the get up song?
I'm
Who-
not good at it
Can you
either.
guys show
but I'm
us
like,
what it is on the? We'll put
Yeah,
you on the
get up and show
camera.
us.
Who sings this? Dude, she'll get out with you. She'll get out with you.
I only know the first beginning steps.
You
mean,
wanna
and then
try
it's
it?
easy.
Can you
put
guys
your
try
left
it? You wanna try
hand
it?
and hip.
We're gonna turn the camera. All right, she's gonna try it, dear.
Come on.
Where's the? How do you replay the song? All right, we're gonna turn the camera around. They're gonna do the get up song. Steve, you want to try the get up song?
No, I hurt myself again.
All right, here we go. All right, you guys ready? I can turn it up. Go ahead. Let's see. Give it a shot. Go ahead. There we go.
Giddy up.
Terry, you're in the way. Very nice. Well, there you go. How about a big hand for our dancers? That was just totally out of the blue right there. Steve, you want to try that? Me and you?
No,
How about if you and I try that? That'd be a
Let's do
little
it at the
freaky,
hockey game
right?
tonight.
Yeah.
No.
At the by the way, everybody, we're going to be at the Everblades game. They're still dancing out there. You're right. I'm very nice.
Way
Good
to
job. We have no idea who our new friend is, but very nice, dear. Very nice. Wow. That was cool.
So you asked what the first lady thought about it, and she's not warm to the idea. But any chance that we had of getting her support, you lost that last night when
By
you
posting a
posted
picture of your
me
face?
with my eye.
Listen, if you're running for council and you're on the council, there's going to be a lot more posting than that. So she's got to get used to that. So,
Huh,
but you
okay.
know, the benefits of being the first lady far outweigh my Facebook posts. I mean, you get to be the first lady of Fort Myers Beach, and what else could you want other than being the first lady of Fort Myers Beach? You could be the mayor someday.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Steve. You've been a barrel of laughs today. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
All right.
And I'm glad I'm okay.
Yes, everybody's glad you're okay because you could be running for town council. Ladies and gentlemen, this show has gone way off the rails, and in a good way, kind of thing, because you outdanced that young lady.
Well,
She had no idea.
She was so sweet.
What
to
I
get
need to
up
figure
there
out
and
is
do
how to
that.
play that song again because you have clearly practiced that song. Because you were teaching her a little bit on the footwork there. That was look at you, you're all embarrassed and all that, but
no, it's so
I'm
nice.
so
to
snipping that
see,
part of the show.
It's so nice to have sweet, young, kids down here that'll get up and just go
Nice,
with the
yes.
flow and super polite. We've met some really polite
Yes.
kiddos down here.
In
I
all
mean, she's
serious-
not a kiddo. I don't know. She's
In all seriousness, folks, is that a word? Seriousness. Thank you all for
That's
tuning in, and for Tony for coming in, and for Steve for putting up with us, and the folks at Nervous Nellies. Obviously, I know who Tyler is, and
Yeah.
Len.
and we're glad we, all joking aside, we're sincerely glad that Steve is all right. We would encourage everybody,
to
as
wear a helmet.
wear a helmet, keep your head up, watch what you're doing.
The fact of the matter is, when you ride your bike from Times Square to Red Coconut, it's a danger zone. It's just the way it is. And it's not anybody's fault. It's just so busy. There are so many ins and outs and driveways and things like that. And so you just either walk your bike or go slow. But to not have a helmet on, I mean, I just think it makes it a little bit worse because just a slight fall.
All right.
Anyway.
All right.
So
Thank you so much, folks.
Dear, I do need to tell everybody about the farmers market, though. I don't want to forget about the farmers market because the farmers market is going on now through May 27th. And you know where they're hanging out. They're hanging out at the Beach Baptist Church parking lot, which is at 130 Connecticut Street. And it's really out of the way of all the traffic. And I've been there because I love our sponsors and I want to make sure that we're taking care of them all. And you go down and you talk to them, and they have all the vendors set up there, from food vendors to jewelry. They have live music, and Linda has her booth set up, and they do a great job of taking care of people. They're so friendly. Everybody there is friendly, and there's plenty of parking behind the church. So if you have a chance to stop by and see everybody at the farmers market at the Beach Baptist Church, of course, we love the Beach Baptist Church for many reasons, but the farmers market is every Wednesday and Friday, and it goes on now through May the 27th. So you want to stop by and see them when you can on Wednesdays and Fridays, which was yesterday, and this coming Wednesday and this coming Friday, all the way through May 27th. And they have vendors all up and down the parking lot. They also do a farmers market at Santini Plaza and at Gulf Coast Town Center. So when you see the farmers market at the Gulf Coast Town Center tonight, or not tonight, but on the weekend, that's them. That's Linda. That's the farmers market. So stop by and see them. And we hope to see you all at the hockey game tonight.
Yes.
We're going to be at Hertz Arena to watch the hockey game and support the Community Foundation, a great organization on the beach. And if you get a chance to listen to our radio station, what you need to do is download the Beach Talk Radio app and just press play. That's all you need to do, and give us feedback on the music. It's all beach music. The song they were dancing to happened to come up on our station, and we're always open to suggestions. The radio station is going to be playing during the Shrimp Festival on Saturday. The Shrimp Festival is back next Saturday. We're going to be broadcasting live from Sea Gypsy for the first time in years. It's going to be nice to be there broadcasting the parade. So if you're not in town and you're watching from wherever you watch the show from, you'll be able to see the parade behind us. And then we'll have a booth set up in Lynn Hall Park for Saturday of the Shrimp Festival. Anything you want to say to your millions and millions and millions of fans?
Nope. I'm just going to go thank everybody here at Pete's.
Go right ahead, dear. You thank everybody, and I will say goodbye to everybody. Go right ahead.
When my mom is here, I think we're going to visit. We're going to do a tour of sponsors. I want to get out there, say thank you to the sponsors, and go visit their businesses or at the farmers market. My mom would love that. So
sounds like a plan, man.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big home hand at home for my wife, my sidekick, and my love, Kimberly Rose Ryan. I'm not even sure if that's her middle name, but it sounded right. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you next Saturday live from the Sea Gypsy, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump down the street here on Estero Boulevard. We're going to be broadcasting the town council meeting live on Monday, starting at 9 o'clock. We might even be there in attendance. A lot of stuff going on there. They haven't met in a few weeks because they just installed some brand new equipment, so we'll be there. But we want to thank you all for everything, and you have a great weekend. Bye-bye.